Just off to Hoxton Studios, Brickfields, London this morning to get interviewed and filmed for the BESA June edition of the BESA podcast, Behind the Built Environment. So off down to London today and should be a very interesting day. The train's an excellent example of the built environment. My carriage is fairly empty, but you can imagine if this was full, the impact of gases and potential pollutants going around in the cabins for 9 carriages worth of stuff. So interesting to see and find out what types of sensors actually operate in trains and whether there's indoor environmental quality applicable in transport of lots of people every single day across the rail network. Going on the Elizabeth line now to Whitechapel and then off to Hoxton. On the Elizabethan line, tube is rammed really. Not the best environment for air quality, I don't think. Really wouldn't want to be cycling in this level of air quality and pollution. Just walking up the street gives me the EBGB. Can't be good. This is along Whitechapel. It's an ultra low emission zone. You can see the gherkin there in the foreground. It's quite hot today and I don't think the air quality out here is pretty good, even though it's an ultra low emission zone. Possibly a total gimmick. It's a shame they haven't got actually a sensor that can tap into to find out what the emissions are like and the pollution level is. I'm here with Claire Short, woman in the red dress.
Oh.
Right. So Claire, these podcasts, how long have they been running for, and what's your involvement in them? Are you the organiser behind all of this?
So this is a new podcast. We've been doing, this is our 3rd episode, so 3rd time lucky Phil. My involvement is I do all the behind scenes stuff for David, so organising the guests, making sure that we've got the information regarding the guests, the questions, and just doing a bit of social media on the day as well. But we actually work with Chris, who I'm sure you're going to introduce. He does all the production, professional production of the podcast.
Great, thanks, Claire.
Thank you.
Creative genius.
Right, now Chris is pretending to be busy because actually there's nothing going on in his laptop, right?
I am really busy.
So Chris,
Yes.
what's the score then? What do you get involved with things like this?
I put it all together, so I let them and yourself bring all the kind of creative, content, and then I try and put the kind of creative spin on it and make it all look good.
Great, and has any of these actually gone Pete Tong?
Yes, they do frequently, but because we're not live to the nation, we just stop and start again. So,
all right.
Safe space.
Safe space. So Chris is a pair of safe hands, really, as far as
Yes.
this is concerned.
And Io's the kind of brains as well for the techie stuff.
I'll go and do Io now.
You can't beat that.
Right, find Dave. Right, this wouldn't be as well. So Dave, no, what's actually happened is I forgot to press record in my bloody vlog because I'm not used to doing this, right? But here's a take 2. So what I was going to ask Dave is, right, does he think that this actually makes a difference?
Yeah, I do. I think it does make a difference.
This is for the second time as well.
I think that people need to know what building engineering services engineers do, because it actually has huge social benefit when buildings work properly, and it's not much to ask, but it seems to be difficult to deliver. So yeah, you've got to communicate. This seems to get quite a wide audience, so yeah.
So I've got a question to ask you, all of you actually, right? So if you look at the future, what would it be, and would this be a success, if a building services presentation went alongside an NHS presentation about changing population level health from buildings in the next NHS Confederation conference? Do you think that would be a win?
I think definitely, yeah. Definitely. The people don't, I think, made the point in the podcast itself that people don't relate engineering services to their lives in a way that they should. It's the thing that massively impacts your life and you've no idea about it. Architects spend more time working out the RAL number of the louver than they do on the system that delivers it.
And on those very esoteric terms, okay, it's a goodbye for me. I've had a fantastic time.
Great.
Look out for the podcast.
And now for the BESA news. This week sees World Refrigeration Day, and to tie in, With the coolest day of the year, we have launched a new technical bulletin, TB57 R290 in air conditioning and heat pump equipment. And that rolls off the tongue. It's a really catchy marketing title, which is available to download for free on the BESA Knowledge Shop.